Oh,
Hey
hi.
everybody, we are Dicey Decisions, and this is our Twist of Fate campaign, playing through Turn of Fortune's Wheel from the Planescape campaign setting, with Book of Many Things content added in on our way to playing through Vecna Eve of Ruin. So this campaign is going from level 3 all the way to level 20. Currently speaking, the party is at level 7, so kind of give you a hint of where we are. Um, and our group has been traveling through the Outlands, having arrived in the central city of Sigil with no memories whatsoever in a morgue. They have been trying to piece together their history, and as they've been doing that, they are following um, a rogue Modron who happened to start glitching on the same moment that they all have arrived into Sigil. The Modron has been traveling the Outlands, going from certain gate towns to other gate towns, and the party is tracking along, following, trying to catch up with this Modron, but picking up clues and whatnot along the way. They had found a broken Mimir, which is um, a floating knowledge included skull that has all sorts of information about the Outlands in it, but had some of its memory wiped on several of these gate towns, which is why they are traveling to the missing gate towns to retrieve those memories for the Mimir in hopes of figuring out where this rogue Modron might be headed or what his purpose is or what their connection with the party is. They have they had rescued some people, or a person, a Githzerai scholar who was living, the only survivor in a walking fortress. And as a life debt, the party has been able to use this fortress as a base of operations to move throughout the Outlands. Currently, they are in said fortress, heading towards the gate town of Sylvania, which is the next unknown gate town. Is there anything on this journey any of you wish to be doing?
Um, I think Lorelai just had her people making more poison and more flowers.
Oh,
Um, she talks to her gardener and she's like, "Hey, those flowers, top notch. Traded it for this sick wand." Shows her the wand of smiles. Want to
well,
see what it does?
I'll be darned. That's pretty fancy. My flowers got you that?
Yeah.
Wow.
You want to see what it does?
Well, sure.
Okay, don't resist. And I will use the
Wait,
wand of
what?
smiles on her.
And so she is actually a GIF, which is a hippopotamus woman. She grins this big toothy grin as you cast the wand of smiles at her. And
Oh,
she's,
you've got a lot of teeth. What?
well,
You're so
I,
flat.
I'm sorry.
No. It's fine. I guess I've never paid
And
attention
it's
to your
just
teeth
this
so
like
much.
pasted grin on her face.
Um, that'll wear off in about a minute. You're fine.
I feel fine.
Okay, and I'll
And
just
she's
hold
like
up a mirror.
touching her face and trying to figure out what's going on. She's like, oh, and then she sees it and her eyes kind of match the smile now, and it looks a lot less creepy. It
You
looks
think
a
we should
lot more
try it on
natural.
Horace?
Oh, I don't think so. I don't. I
Have you ever
that
seen a myconid smile before?
no.
I bet it'd be gross. Do you think he has little mushrooms for teeth?
I I doubt he has teeth.
Ew.
Does he eat?
I've never seen him eat. He shits a lot. That's why the poison farm does so well.
Well, I guess I don't really want to know the answer to this, so I'm just going to tend to my garden, and you can do what you're going to do.
It's not as fun if it's just me. Okay, fine. I'll wait till Kaylin's around.
We need
As Kaylin comes walking past you, glitching in and out. Tonight we are missing Justin, who plays Kaylin, and we are missing Miller, who plays Gil. We are missing Sean, who plays Quinn. So the three of their characters are in the state of glitch, as it were, where they are glitching in and out of reality, and therefore unable to interact with the world at hand.
They've been left in our very capable hands.
Special shout out to Justin, who's been going through it this week. So we love you, buddy. So sending him some special love.
I have never read this before. On a Wand of Smiles, if you expend the last charge, you have to roll a d20, and on a 1, it transforms into a Wand of Scowls.
Yes.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
Oh, I want to see what that does.
You're going to make it happen.
Roll the 1. Roll the 1. Next time Miller has a portent die.
I was thinking we need to hire like an imp and just say your job is to cast the Wand of Smiles 10 times a day, just on random people. Does it work on someone who's glitching? Does it work on... Oh, 3 times. Yeah. Does it work on Vora?
I'd be interested to see if the Wand of Smiles works on Vora, truly, yeah.
What I'm talking about.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Wand of Scowls. I was like, I think that's Vora's default sometimes.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the smiles.
That's the wand
I
of
wish
Vora.
it worked way more.
Yeah, also, yeah, so thanks a lot for all the flowers. Keep up the great work. I'm thinking, so last time we did, I think, like a bouquet of roses. I'm thinking we should try tulips next.
I'll see what I can do.
And then we should start researching. So I remember kind of vaguely these like beautiful underwater flowers. We should see if we can make some underwater flowers.
She kind of rubs her chin a little bit and she says, hydroponics.
Sure. Whatever that means. Water.
Hydro means water.
Oh. Are you sure?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay, well,
I'll see what I can do.
okay, thanks.
All right, so time passes and you're able to get to the gate town of Sylvania.
How much time actually passes?
Let's see. Yeesh. 11 days.
Okay.
11 days.
When do we get to issue a order, the Bastion orders?
I think we did that at the end of last session, but
I thought we did it not at the end of last session, but the one before.
oh, maybe. I don't remember.
I just asked because one of my charms only lasts for 7 days, and I need to know if I can.
You can have one active at the turn of this if you want.
Because that one doesn't even require a whole Bastion action. That one's just once you take a long rest in your Bastion, you get the charm.
Right.
Correct. So you have that one active if you want.
Okay.
And then we can do the bastion action between sessions offline to figure out what everybody gets and information and whatnot
Okay.
between everything. So, because that would be from last session. Not at all. I just got a message from Justin, and he said, "Would it be too complicated for me to join in?"
No.
So
Yeah.
we're gonna look a little wonky while Randy does her magic as he comes in. So
Cool. Hey, Justin. Good to see you.
Hello, friend.
Hey.
Are you coming
Hello,
in?
hello.
There it is. All right.
why, hello, you're home.
Let me take off my children's pavilion stickers so that people don't, have extra information about me.
Right.
But you know.
Oh, but that's the best part.
Well, I'm
Pair of my
glad.
glasses.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh well.
As a blind person,
I was gonna say.
Hi, friends. Sorry, I'm a little behind the curve.
you're fine.
No worries at all. I'm glad you made it.
Okay.
I need this. So
Ow, son of-
I figured you might. I was hoping you'd make this choice, but it was your choice to make. So, welcome back.
Just give me-
So immediately, Kaylin stops glitching as he walks past again, and you guys are in the walking fortress on your way to Sylvania.
Have you ever seen a Myconid smile?
me?
Yeah. Sorry. You probably missed it. You were walking through my garden while I was talking to my GIF friend.
And Myconid smile?
I don't know. Do you think they have teeth?
Is your garden? Does your garden have a Myconid?
Yeah, the poison garden does.
Do you want to see if we can go make him smile?
Pull out the wand. Yes.
What does that do?
You want to see? And I grab his hand and I run to the poison
And
garden.
he runs Devora.
Oh,
Boy.
Horace!
Yes.
Don't resist, and I'll
He
give him
turns
with
to
a
you with a
smile.
confused look. And sure enough, he does smile. There are no teeth in his mouth whatsoever.
Oh.
So it is even creepier looking than you making the hippopotamus woman smile.
Ooh, Horace, you're really good at making poison, buddy.
Am I?
Lorelai,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I hate this. Why am I here?
Yeah, I don't like it either. Anyways, good job, buddy. You should go say hi to Charisse in the other room.
I've met her before.
I think she really wants to see you. She was saying something. You should do it really quick, like right this moment.
Within
And
the
he
next 47 seconds.
And he waddles off. However, the movement speed of a Myconid, I think, is really slow.
Charisse!
Scott, can you provide me the Rhythm Maker's Drum +1?
Oh, I got it for you. It's in my inventory.
Oh, okay. I'm going to be unattuning from the Fool card if anyone wants to attune to it.
Which one is that?
Hold on. Was the fool the one Kaylin had from the start?
Yes, do I have to have that one?
It return. You hand it to someone and it returns to you.
But I don't have to attune to it.
Correct, but it will not be possessed by someone else.
Okay, so I will just unattune to it.
And after you learn that, you guys have these days of travel where you're figuring this out, you start to do that with your other cards, and you realize all of your original cards that you were arrived here at Sigil with are locked to you whether you're attuned to them or not. The other cards can freely pass from person to person. It doesn't matter who's holding them.
Well, praise Persona. They really wanted me to make bread soup.
Okay. Anybody else going to do anything on this journey? No?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Eh,
As I was glitching, Calistric was going to try to help in the forge. And
Okay.
clearly he can't actually touch anything. He's in and out, but he's going to try to be learning the skill of blacksmithing.
Okay. So you're watching your Warforged go through and continue work on the plate mail, and you're attempting to better your knowledge with the smithing arts.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think you can learn stuff in this game and become proficient after a certain amount of time. So what I'm going to try to start doing. Also, if you spend the night in the workshop, I think you get a bonus, like there's some kind of reward to spend the night there. And I can't remember what it is, but I'll look it up. You don't have to worry about it. I'm going to
Yeah.
start doing that on the night before we stop in a place.
Absolutely. And any it's just assumed now that you have that active when you leave the building, any of those one time or
Fantastic.
week long or day long or whatever long they are benefits that come from spending time in your bastion locations. I assume you guys have those active. You guys can, and I trust you guys to track that. So cool. So you pull up on the gate town of Sylvania, and you see that this place is one of pastoral beauty. It is as if a village made of beautiful plant life and craftsmanship are synergistically woven. And this place is just pastoral and gorgeous and very festive. Kaelin, to your eyes, this almost has a Feywild-esque look to the place. It is not Fey in nature, but it has that level of grandeur and bigger than and brighter than that the Feywild has. So this feels really cool to you and close to your home. And as you're looking at it, and Lorelei, you also recognize elements of this place that remind you directly of your home plane. That all of the features of this place are a balance of nature that is one of absolute beauty and and its usefulness and its beauty are woven together. So you immediately feel like you are headed towards home.
Lorelei will just run to the top of the tower. Well, she's already in the garden, so she's in the top of the tower. She'll just run out to like the balcony part and just like, isn't it beautiful?
And as you run out there, you are hearing pastoral music playing in the background, and it is wafting through, woven in with sounds of nature. It is just absolutely festive and and beautiful and restful, and it's just lovely. And like you hear laughter, you hear like children playing. You hear dancers and singers. Or you see dancers and you hear singers singing along with melodies and whatnot. And it just seems like a pastoral party everywhere your eye takes in.
Like this.
Lorelai runs from the balcony and starts like going to all of the people. Do you know how to druidcraft? Kaylin, do you know how to druidcraft?
No.
Vora, do you know how to druidcraft? Cal, do you know how to druidcraft?
Of course not. What does that mean?
Aesol, do you know how to druidcraft?
Unfortunately not. What are you looking for?
Just want a fucking flower crown.
Don't you have a garden?
It's being changed over to tulips right now. I just sold all the roses.
I
I
can
could-
make you one
I could
by
buy you
picking
one.
flowers.
So, are you headed into town?
As the
Lorelai's like
orcs
chomping
walk-
at the bit. She's like ready to jump off the castle as it's like slowing down to a walk.
As we're
Yeah,
walking,
as the castle walks, I just jump out and start grabbing flowers and bring a big handful up back into the keep.
Okay.
And hand
Lorelai
them
looks
to,
at them and the dirt that's falling off of them and is like, what do I do with these?
You find someone who can weave flowers together, which I cannot. But I assume there is one who could. Oh, in the workshop, they could easily do this.
Charisse might be able to. I don't know. I'll run them up to the GIF and maybe there's flower crowns already made in town too. And I'll run up the flowers to Charisse and see if she can make a flower crown and be like, it's not a rush. And if you do, please clean it. It's full of dirt.
See what I can do.
You're the best.
So the music, as you are closer, and the walking fortress settles down just outside of the gate town. The merriment and music fill the air beneath the canopy of colorful foliage. Marvelous buildings encircle the trees or are built amidst their spreading boughs. Passing revelers wave, and children offer you crowns woven of fresh, colorful flowers.
Lorelai's thrilled.
As
She
they
gives each of the children a gold.
Oh, they are very, very excited. Many of them don't know what it is, but it's shiny and exciting, and they see it as like an exchange of things. So they go running back to their parents with much excitement.
Being from the Feywild and from a circus, may I do an insight or perception? Are these pickpockets?
Yeah, I would say either of those is fine, and whichever you choose will depict how I describe it.
I think insight is more what he would do, even though it's my worst roll.
Okay.
So just an 11.
So these kids are filled with absolute joy, absolute revelry, and they have zero ill intent amongst their demeanor. So you do not get the wink, wink, nudge, nudge, children of a thieves guild like you'd be used to at a fair.
They
Right.
give you a flower crown, take your wallet.
Right. Or the pranksterness of the Feywild. You're not getting that sense either.
Yeah,
These kids are
fleeting
just
flowers or
these kids are just absolutely happy and having a grand old time.
excellent.
As you're walking up, the Mimir's eyes begin to twinkle and change color in that of a rainbow pattern as you're walking into town.
Dang, already, dude?
And the speaker starts going. "Mm-ts."
But you do
Nice
see
to see.
there's tons of festivities going on. There's different groups of people gathered around outside, and also you see different courtyards of buildings, and you see some places with doors thrown wide open, and there's even more revelry going on inside. And it seems like it's a ongoing, constant party atmosphere that, to our eyes as players, would only feel like walking through New Orleans during Mardi Gras.
Hell yeah.
Right? Like it is just party after party, and one flows into the next, and they may be celebrating different things, but you can't tell where one party ends and another one begins.
I like
That's
it
awesome.
a lot.
As we walk through, Vora has the little journal and pen, and she gets quieter and quieter, if that's possible, and appearing to look sadder and sadder the further we get into the party atmosphere.
As you enter the town proper, you see that there are even the plant life seems to be partying. Like the flowers are bobbing to the music that's going on, right? And the trees swing to the music, to the breeze. Everything seems to be connected to this atmosphere of merriment and enjoyment, as that goes, and you start to feel yourself as if you are healthier somehow, or more vibrant somehow, or possibly like just you feel you are almost, you feel more fit than you were a moment ago outside. Nothing like specific, like stronger or whatever.
Just
but
like rejuvenated, like you just got out of a fresh head to toe spa.
Yes, like you could take on, like you feel definitely like I could do anything right now. Like your spirits are soaring, those kind of things. And a young gnomish woman comes up and says, "Are you here to celebrate with us?"
What's the occasion?
Oh, well, it is the professor's birthday. And
Then
you see
yes.
there's a crowd of people with chairs, and several of them have musical instruments, and they're playing music. Some are standing in the circle, inside the circle of chairs, dancing. And at the center of a circle, there is a fishbowl with a fish wearing a party hat in the center of the ball.
Yeah. Is that the professor?
Well, yes, it is the professor's birthday.
What if I didn't bring him a gift?
Can you sing or dance?
I can dance.
The professor loves to dance.
I also can dance.
Are there any seats near where the...
There are several chairs there, yeah.
Vora just is going to go sit as close as she can and just...
To the fish?
put her head in her hands and just watch.
Would I know why Vora is sad?
I don't think anybody would know why. Vora is not even sure why Vora is sad. Completely.
And the gnomish woman comes up to you, Lorelei, and says, "Lorelei, please dance with us."
I would love to. She like...
You too, Kaylin.
How do you know our names?
As you say that sentence, how do you know our names? You finish with Madeline. And you call this woman by her name. And as you look around, you know everybody's first name.
Have I been here before?
Question.
Uh-huh.
Do any of my fellow players have a different first name?
Has anybody been using a false first name?
Not I.
No.
Nope.
Good question, though, Justin.
Yeah.
Take inspiration for that, because if anybody had, you would have caught him red-handed right now.
I think old Gil had a fake name.
He did.
That's correct. That's correct. But New Gil does not. So, actually, you would know Gil as Gilla, Gilah, shortened to Gil, but that would pop into your head right now. And literally anybody you're talking with for more than like 10 seconds, their name just comes to you.
They have nameplates above their heads,
Mm.
health bars.
You don't. It doesn't feel like it's as if you are
You always
familiar
knew
with them, and it feels like friendship. It feels
Okay.
normal.
Does the knowing of the name feel the same as when we woke up on the slabs and knew each other?
No.
Okay, so these are not memories of these people. This is
A different
Okay.
effect.
Okay.
Magic.
This is being here. There is a sense of friendship that permeates the place, and people's names come to each other somehow.
Kalen is going to turn to Lorelei, and he's going to pull out his little rhythm-making drum, and he's going to tap 4 times on it and cast Enhance Ability Charisma on Lorelei.
Nice.
Nice, but also rude.
I'm gonna do the opposite, and being the untrustworthy person, I'm gonna use of Eyes of the Grave. Any undead within 60 feet of me? Are these all undead?
Within 60 feet of you without cover, right? Like you have to be able to see them?
Eyes of the Grave. You sense the presence of the undead who exist in an assault to nature cycle. As an action, you can open your awareness to magically detect undead. To the end of your next turn, you know the location of any undead within 60 feet of you that isn't behind total cover and isn't protected from divination magic.
Gotcha.
This,
There is no undead walking the streets that you can see in any way, shape, or form within 60 feet of you.
Just checking.
Question: would you ping for yourself?
There's always undead within 60 feet
There's always one.
in every direction.
Well, I don't know if Dampier actually considered the undead creature type. Because creature type, I am considered a humanoid.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Technicality.
I'm looking it up right now because I got to know.
That's a
I
damn
have to
fear
know.
Kalen will hold his hand out to Lorelei to escort her to the center to dance.
She'll reluctantly take his hand. Like, this bitch is gonna show me up. He's gonna embarrass me in front of everybody. But she'll take it.
Wow. Yeah, you are not considered undead,
Wow.
even though you have several undead qualities.
Don't need to eat and drink. Don't breathe. Don't.
Gross.
So other grave clerics can't tell that you're undead. That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Look at me though.
What kind of player that would suck?
True. Yeah, because
I'm
some
gonna
undead
make a
isn't.
performance for a nice birthday dance.
What was your performance check?
I'm rolling it now. 27.
Nice.
Woo! Good thing for that advantage. 25.
27 and 25. So you begin dancing around this bowl with this fish in it, and you are able to. Yes.
+2 for Lorelei, so they dance in equal proficiency as I cast guidance.
Nice. Nice. And a crowd actually begins to gather at this level of dancing, and you see that you are making people's day by being this into it and this proficient. Not only are you participating, which is all they really ask, is they want people to have fun with them, but you are doing it at a super high expert level that it is like making people's day. They are seeing some like best revelry in their recent memories.
And then I would like to accompany the dance with whatever the Sylvan equivalent of the birthday song is.
Oh, nice.
So I'll be singing Happy Birthday in Sylvan.
So several of the musicians catch you doing this and change to a more complementary nature with their music. So they're able to understand that and see where that comes from. And you can see there's elven blood here. There's half elves, and a lot of them are the ones picking up that Sylvan vibe, and everybody is enjoying it as well.
What sensation would you say these people have? It's like immense joy.
Absolutely.
Fabulous. As we're dancing, I'm going to take my sensory rock out. And I will use an action to just record that immense joy.
Sure. I mean, you could joy is almost not big enough of a word. Maybe euphoria.
Okay. Fabulous.
Exuberance.
Yeah.
Euphoric exuberance?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to imagine that her sensory rock is like the rocks in the Everything All at Once movie. Just the rocks with the googly eyes that shake.
Nice. Nice.
So, as this is happening, I look over at A Soul. Is A Soul tapping his foot or anything?
A Soul is still a little untrustworthy of all of this. His experiences have never been this inviting.
But you feel it.
I do feel it, but there's still hesitation in A Soul's thoughts. And like almost not believing that this feeling is real.
Okay. And I look at Vora, who seems to be unhappy, the opposite of what everyone else is feeling, but my heart is swelling. I've never been around an experience like this. This is the opposite of how I grew up, and I don't know how to dance, but seeing Kaylin and Lorelei is so inspiring that something in my mind clicks, and instead of dancing, I go into my training routine, like the Maori dancers. They're dancing their training as if they had a weapon in their hand, but they're not. Mm-hmm. And so I'm going to jump into the middle of around Kaylin and Lorelei and start doing my training, and I'm whirling and kicking and throwing my arms out, and I say, Vora, come spar with me.
Okay. And I will kind of half-heartedly, because she's being affected. She feels the intense emotion. It's just driving her, rather than enveloping her, it's driving her the other direction. And in this moment, when they walked in and she felt that euphoria, whatever, it triggered a memory for her. And it triggered a memory of joy and happiness, and she knows it's lost. And it's so the joy feels unattainable, which is why she's not even trying. So she wants to go ahead and, beat it out of someone. So she kind of realizes that's probably her best bet. And she has that journal, and she sets it down on the stool that she was sitting on and pulls out her warhammer and starts sparring with you.
All right.
Okay. So if you'll both give me athletics checks.
Nice.
Okay.
That's only a 14.
3.
All right. So as you're beginning this sparring, um, uh, Cal, several of the children are thinking you're dancing, and they get a little too close, so you're having to maneuver around and not hurt the children. And they step back once they realize that this has a more physical nature to it. And their parents kind of hold them to watch. And Vora, as you come in to meet with Cal, you're conflicted by this recent memory, and your heart's not in this sparring.
No.
So and everybody sees it, and they are kind and celebratory, and are but they are not they are trying to deflect to other things as they see Vora's current mood affecting her ability to do this with Calistric. So they try to deflect attention away, and they start talking about the birthday boy again for the professor and whatnot.
That's enough. I'm gonna go sit back down.
Then I'm going to start encouraging the kids to come join and just training them in like simple moves and kicks and flourishes.
They definitely get interested in it, and they get excited, and some of them start doing some moves that are their normal dance moves, that are like they see something you're doing but that reminds them of a dance move, so
Right.
they're dancing more than they're doing what you're trying to teach them,
Cool.
because
Then I'm going to try
that's
to.
what they know.
Sure. And I'm going to try to adapt my form to be more dance-like as well, to follow them and Kaylin
Nice.
and Lorelei.
I was just gonna look around, see if there was anyone else who looked hesitant, who looked sketchy, just like kind of standing above the crowd. I picture I'm probably taller than a lot of people here.
Sure. Give me a perception check.
A dirty 20.
At the base of a very large tree that looks like it has a hollow inside and looks like there's a massive festal inside, at the entryway to it, you see there is a rather large humanoid that looks to be arguing with an elf who is standing in their way from entering. And they look to be having the larger being is very upset, and the
Okay.
elf is being very just stoic and just shaking their head.
I'm gonna walk past Vora, not wanting to interrupt everyone else, and I'm just gonna say, Vora, can you keep an eye on me? And I'm gonna go and approach that tree.
Okay.
I'm gonna get up and really kind of watch.
Okay. As you approach the tree, you see, you get a little closer, a booming, furious voice followed by a actual peal of thunder in the air. And when this thunder happens, Vora, this feels familiar. This crash of thunder feels divine to you. This is the Stormbringer. That's the Stormbringer's action of that thunder is what this thunder appeal that you hear is. But you know it is attached to the boom of that voice of that large humanoid that is having an argument just in front of you. And you realize that somehow this argument has caught the attention of your god.
She's gonna reach up and kind of. She has that tattoo on her neck.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna walk toward them and not engage, but really pay very close attention.
Some of the people that were celebrating have heard that thunder and are like looking to the skies and worried about storm. There is no sense of visual storm. There's no clouds, there's no anything. So this feels very much out of place as this happens.
Do I recognize this humanoid?
Give me a perception check.
Well, she rolls that. A soul is not stopping. A soul intends to go up and conversate with them.
10. I can't roll today.
You do not recognize this individual. With a 10, though, you do know what kind of creature this is. And let me pull it up. Hold on.
Okay.
It can't be worse than a titan. Like, surely not.
Just so you know, when I flip to the other overlay, it's going to take me a minute because I'm going to have to make display capture
That's fine.
adjustments. So
That's fine. This creature is huge in size. Not celestial, not gargantuan like the Titan was, but this creature is huge in size.
Which is like a 20 by 20, is that right?
did you share
15
it?
by 15.
15.
Did you share it?
I'm about to.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I don't have it.
But this is what the creature looks like. And you get close, it is
so
a female.
cute.
And you would know that this is an Empyrean. This is a child of the gods.
I would climb that mountain. Do we know their name?
As you get close enough, yes, you do.
We're not there.
Popoha.
Oh, right.
What language are they having this argument in? Do I understand it?
Yes, it's in common.
Okay. Then, seeing that, and I recognize what type of creature that is, can I do a religion check to know what child this, or what god this is a child of?
You can make a religion check, absolutely.
Well,
you're not specifically sure with that knowledge check of who this might be a child of specifically.
okay.
But
I will approach and say, just look at both of them and say, excuse me, what seems to be the problem here?
the elf turns and looks at you and says, "Oh, there is no problem whatsoever. There's just a private party happening inside, and this woman does not have an invitation. I'm so sorry."
I will turn to the woman and say, and why is it that you are trying to go to this party?
So she turns. 18 feet tall, human-like woman with marble skin and eyes that crackle with lightning, couching behind them, agitatedly huffs and puffs at this silver-haired elf. "Well, who are you? What do you have to do with this?"
My name is Von Asol, and I am not directly involved, but I do tend to travel, and I don't really like conflict. I tend to frown against it. I noticed that there may have been a kerfuffle over here. I'm here to make sure that this doesn't become...
I'm simply wanting to partake of the festivities inside, and I am being disallowed.
Well, it does seem that this is a private event, but there are festivities happening In the courtyard, I have two of my friends are putting on a beautiful dance. Would you like to come dance with us?
Make me a persuasion check.
Let's
With
go,
advantage because the dance
Cleric.
is so good.
I rolled a natural 20 for a
Woo!
total of
19.
19.
Perhaps I can find festivities elsewhere.
Can I approach?
Please, let me buy you a drink.
Make me an insight check, those who walked up. So that would be Vora and a soul.
15 for a soul.
Insight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was better. 16.
So that was
you,
history. You should have more of a bonus to that.
Huh?
you
You
roll
accidentally rolled history.
you roll
Oh,
history.
yeah, I should have had a bigger.
What's your wisdom modifier? Just add it to 16.
Oh, you're making me switch. Hold on. Wisdom. Plus 4. 20.
So that would be a 20. So a soul, you get the sense that this individual is not having the same reaction to the environment that you are.
Mm-hmm.
Vora, you know what this is. This person has experienced some recent disappointment and they are taking it out on people around them. It's like looking in a mirror in a way.
Hey.
You're seeing a little bit of yourself in this creature, and also you notice that crackling of the lightning in their eyes. This is a child of your god.
Yeah. I want to approach and excuse me. Lay my hand on their arm that I can reach, because this is the big tall one, right?
Half.
Yeah.
And just say, friend, stay with us. And I'm going to try to, though I can't do that, I'm going to try to emote as much similar energy as I can. And I'm going to kind of do this. I have that tattoo, the lightning bolt.
So you're showing your holy symbol.
Mm-hmm.
Father sent you, did he?
Nobody sent me.
Teenage angst.
Nobody sent me, but I recognize like calls to like.
You never understand me, Dad.
I have friends now. They get me.
You are a worshiper of... And she says several names. And you also hear Stormbringer.
I am.
And so you would have heard the god of storms from your world.
Yep.
Right.
Right. Just come with us. There's nothing for you in there. Come with us. Vora's feeling a little invigorated at finding somebody as dour and melancholy as her.
That finally makes you feel better.
We must find some revelry. I am in need of drink.
Likewise, let's go.
So as this is happening, back with the other three of you, as you are finished up your dance and your partying and whatnot, I need the three of you to give me perception checks.
I would imagine we're all three drenched in sweat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good.
Perception.
1.
My heroic inspiration, it works that I declare it beforehand now.
Yes.
So I'll go ahead and use that and have advantage on this.
Okay.
Just as I'll forget later. Not
Aye.
20.
Well worth.
24.
So Calistric and Kalen, you both notice that right behind Lorelei. So to explain why she got the one and didn't see it, you see one of the revelers, a dwarven young lad. His eyes kind of start to glitter and glow that rainbow color that you saw in the Mimir, and then it passes from him into the bowl, into the fish, and the fish's eyes have the same thing, and it passes out to a topiary that's right nearby, and the topiary comes to life and has eyes that have this rainbow glowing eye, and then it passes into a satyr, and the satyr has the rainbow glowing eyes, and when the satyr's eyes start to glow with this rainbow, the satyr steps forward to you. I was wondering if we could speak for a moment.
Arcana check.
Sure.
15.
That was a series of possessions by some entity that passed through these creatures. And it looks like it was trying to find someone who it felt suitable to talk to you.
And he's talking to Kalen?
To Kalen and you, to the two of
And
you,
me.
since you both saw this. So it moves towards you. It basically comes up right behind Lorelei. So a satyr steps up next to you, Lorelei, and starts talking to your two friends.
Lorelei will jump. Oh shit! Oh,
What do you
Hi.
need to talk to us about?
Speak your mind, friend.
what's its name? Since we know their names.
You do know their names. Thank you for reminding me. You do know their names.
And does it change? Like, did it change when the...
Yes. So you knew the satyr's name was Callista. However, now this entity's name is Deny.
Deny. Okay.
Like,
And
D-N-E-N-Y?
Danai.
Okay, so not like deny as into
Right.
reject permission.
Right. You would know this as Deny. And says, this, I am concerned about the godchild over there, and kind of looks at your friends walking with this huge, statuesque looking woman, that are headed sort of in this direction. I am concerned of what's happening with this creature. I believe they might be overwrought with some emotions that may not sit well here in our city. Would you help me figure out what is this creature's demeanor and intent, and possibly help steer them in the right direction?
I have 2 questions.
Yes.
The first is, where are you really?
I can be anywhere I wish to be. I am one of the 7. We are the servitors of this gate town. The rulers, as it were.
7, huh?
There are 7 of us, yes.
I bow deeply to them.
Are you apart? Or are you always together?
I do not take your meaning.
Are there 7 individuals?
Yes.
What is your fear of this godchild?
She's a party pooper.
Well, if you heard that crash of thunder, I am worried that this creature might have some innate ability to bring the wrath of their parentage down upon my gate town, and I would hate for this to happen.
I feel like at this point, while they're talking, Vora has found the equivalent of not a bar, but ale.
You are looking for alcohol.
Yes,
Gotcha.
I feel like we've located it. It shouldn't be
I gotcha.
hard.
You found another group of partiers, like the one your friends are with, a different group, that are definitely serving libations.
And
We'll
we
get to that
are
in a minute.
partaking.
At
Okay.
this point, Sol is straight up just third wheeling.
Okay.
behind him, just following.
So my second question is, are you worried about damage, or are you worried about the fact that this person's here?
I am worried about damage and any issues that might come about based on their what seems to be a outburst that manifests in potential storm activity. I don't wish them any ill will. I'm not trying to. I would hope that maybe their mood could be changed. Maybe they could be made to enjoy themselves the way everyone else is enjoying themselves. By the way, the two of you are fabulous dancers.
Lorelai will just like bow deeply at the waist.
You're right.
You.
Follow up. Should we do this for you? We need to download some information to our Mimir from your gate. Would you be able to take us there?
Well, if that is all you need, that is easily said or easier done than said, or said than done. I'm not sure which is right, but well,
As easy.
as it were, our gate is constantly evolving and moving throughout our gate town. 1 minute it is in one location and the next it is next. It could be that tree right there. It could be, the old barn behind Farmer Johnson's land. It could be that rock. It changes. And only the 7 know. And I am one of the 7. So, we make a
Convenient.
deal. I will take you to the gate if you help change this creature's demeanor or find a way for this creature to solve whatever issue it's going through.
I have extra questions.
By all means.
Okay. Is your town like this all the time?
Yes.
Perfect. Second question. Sweeten the pot. Can I live here?
Everyone is welcome. Well,
How do I
Provided-
get land?
provided that you and she kind of looks over at the large Empyrean that's walking away with your friends. Provided that you don't, damage the place. Land? What do you mean land? No one here owns any
I mean,
land.
like shelter or something. Like, where do people live?
And she kind of points around and she says, some live up in the trees and some live over there. And you see some rocks that actually have doorways in them. And there's all sorts of strange, natural, occurring places that people have worked and created situations.
Ew,
She says,
do they look
"Deeper-"
luxurious?
Yes, they're
Oh, okay.
beautiful. They're at one with nature.
Could I get like a tour of a housing unit before I? Maybe it'll be a vacation home. I'm not very much in the way of like dirt.
Perhaps a glade.
Flowers?
Look, we have tons of flowers. But you seem like you might be more at home in a aquatic environment.
True. I do love the water. We'll talk more. We'll do like a what do they call it? Like an apartment tour?
I don't know what that is, but sure.
I reach out my hand and be like, you got yourself a deal. I'll make this my vacation home.
All right.
Kaylin, do you want to live here? It's amazing.
Kind of.
It loses,
Vacation home. Vacation home.
It loses a little because it lacks that mischief.
Right. It's the party's good, but it could be better.
Yeah, exactly.
You want some like
Exactly.
debauchery?
Oh yeah.
Are
Are
there
there
like
naked people?
drugs?
Are you asking?
Yes.
So you're both like, where can we score drugs and where are the naked people at? All right. Well, people are enjoying libations. There is wonderful wines and ciders made from the plants that grow here. They are delicious and
Okay.
quite potent. There's not any deep illicit drug usage here, and
Yeah.
there also isn't much in the way of full on. You are a Herringon, are you not?
Yep. From the
Yes.
Feywild.
Right. Not quite that speed of party.
Yeah, the satyrs have clothes on. What's up with that?
Well, they are in front of the children
Children have clothes on. What's up with that?
and the professor, and he
Caleb!
points at the fish.
Ew,
Okay.
what kind of freaky debauchery are you people into in the Feywild?
What's up with the professor?
That is the professor.
Okay, but what does he
is up
do?
with it? I believe he professes things that professors profess. His name is Professor Philnixius Bombo. And you look over, and it's just a fish with a hat on. Like, there looks to be no level of other personality or intelligence
It's a goldfish
beyond
going
that.
back and forth.
Yep, pretty much.
Okay, well, I guess we need to go talk to the giant lady, but it seems like we may have that covered already.
Well, if your friends are well on that path, then perhaps this will be quick.
Oh, if it's quick, can we get monetary compensation?
I don't think that's within my means here. We don't really have a
I'm getting a
means
house.
of coinage or a use for that kind of thing here. And you
Okay,
notice
deal.
there's no money exchanging hands here.
It's free love. This is a hippie commune.
It's hippie commune, right?
Hell yeah.
Right.
Not exactly
you-
what Lorelai's about, but it's pretty close.
When you start talking about the naked people, I'm gonna start stripping off my shirt and like getting down to bare chested, just
Cal.
drenched in sweat.
There are children here.
Have the children never seen a bare chested virile man?
I don't know.
Well, look at these abs. They are rock solid.
And Lorelai, when I say naked children, I don't mean like they're participating in sexual activities. It's just nudity isn't concealed, really. It's just a part of life. It's not censored. Everybody's naked.
You know, even underwater, there were clothes.
Yeah, but then when you get out of water, they're all wet.
Most people don't leave the water.
I would drown.
I would love to find water. Is there a pond I could swim and clean myself?
God.
Where
Always
is
with the
someone with
bathing.
prestidigitation?
Always with the baths with you.
Well, let's go see what Vora's up to. It looks like I think she found drinks.
Ooh, you
So-
know, if we're worried about their emotional state, maybe alcohol is not the best.
Alcohol is
see
always
Vora-
the best.
As you say that, you see Vora and this creature just clunking glasses and drinking.
There's been no history of anyone ever making bad decisions on alcohol ever.
No.
As I search my inventory for like cure poisons or whatever.
Yeah. We're
We'll
If
head
I
towards
see-
Vora.
Yeah, we're gonna head over there.
Scott, I sent you a quick DM.
I saw it. I was looking.
Okay.
It's so weird you calling him Scott.
I know.
I
Faja.
call him whatever everyone else calls him.
He does.
All right.
Okay, Dad.
Baby.
No.
Nope.
Justin,
Sweet
Justin,
pea.
don't say it. Don't say it, Justin.
We're gonna head over to Vora, Daddy.
Somehow weirder for you to say that than me.
Nope.
You don't see their text messages.
Exactly. Bingo.
No, but I think I've gotten a few of them on accident.
Ooh.
No,
Yuck.
you haven't.
I do believe that's what that's supposed to be.
Okay.
I'll refix it. I'll fix it later.
Don't worry, it might be getting used.
Okay.
That's not ominous.
So the party you have found on this side of town is a clearing lit by energetic fireflies, and there are a group of 10 dryads singing and dancing and welcoming people who come in peace to enjoy the serenity under the trees and enjoy some drinks and dancing and whatnot. And your new friend Kapoa has definitely wanted to get involved. Now, as this is going on, and this is as the two of you guys are arriving, so this is just for Asol and Vora in this moment. The Empyrean begins dancing with these folks, and you realize that the Empyrean's probably really big and a little more boisterous than this style of dancing. What would you like to do to mitigate that?
Oh, go ahead.
I'm going to encourage our dancing friend. But I'm going to encourage her by casting enhance ability dexterity on her.
Okay.
Making her a little more free flowing, a little more lighter on her feet,
If
maybe
it
a little
matters,
more.
Performance is a charisma-based skill. So I don't know if that would matter, because that's why I did charisma to
Yes.
Lorelei.
I'm less worried about how good she's performing and more worried about
Her
We're
stepping
not
I guess-
on
crushing
people.
a dryad.
her not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I want her to be lighter on her feet. If that means charisma, that means charisma.
It's
Right.
not. It's what you're mitigating against in the spell's usage, and you see as this large woman is beginning to dance, they are not that dexterous, and they are potentially going to hurt these dryads.
Yeah.
So what you're doing
Right.
is helping. Absolutely, Vora. What would you try to do?
I'm gonna try to continue to get her to slow down and have a drink with me.
What kind of check would you like to make?
I think persuasion.
Okay, go ahead and make that with advantage with the help from a soul's spell,
Okay.
giving them more cognition over their physicality.
Okay. 22.
Okay.
Nice,
Excellent.
nice, nice.
So after about 20 minutes, and you guys that was part of the time you guys were talking with the servitor. You guys have all reconvened by the end of this. You could see that Kapoa has really enjoyed the dancing, and you saved the dryads from being crushed and any damage from being done to the trees around, because this is it's a huge creature doing this in this town, so it has that potential. She sits down with you for that drink, and she looks at you and she says, I can't help but think of my father. And she kind of stares at your tattoo.
When you think of your father, what are you thinking?
I'm constantly being judged.
That's what
Whether I'm good enough.
but that's what gods do.
Yes, but that is a lot to live up to day in and day out.
Again,
How do you think I could ever live up to him? You know him.
you can't. That's just it.
So
You
what do I
can't.
do?
You keep trying.
I don't know if I'm cut out for it.
Sure you are. If I am, you are. Here, have another drink.
I do hate to interrupt, but who says you have to? You are your own person. You are not him. You should be who you want to be, not who he wants you to be.
Not helping.
I am the child of a god. There are expectations of me.
You do your
Sure,
best.
and there's expectations of everyone, and sometimes you meet them, sometimes you don't.
Some of us,
But-
I'm going to turn and cut him off, and I'm going to say some of us have obligations. Some of us don't have the choice, and some of us have to live up the best we can. And it's good if we have friends along the way. And I'm just going to kind of very large. I can't tug this person away, but I can try to almost give Aesol the cold shoulder, almost.
Perhaps we should find some more revelry.
Yeah, let's do that.
Who are you?
Who
She
am I?
sees the three of you
Oh.
walk up.
I am
I'm Lorelei.
Kalistik, son of Bashi, son of Kalishok.
She finishes your name with you as you say it. The full name.
Hey, Galen.
Ah, my reputation precedes me.
Gonna nudge Cal and be like, cool, right?
I
Are these your friends?
Yes. Particularly that one, the one that's got very few clothes on at the moment.
Do they enjoy a good party then?
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Well, let's go find one.
Do you like debauchery?
Yes.
Hell yeah. I don't like destruction.
Well, sometimes they go hand in hand. And as they say that, you hear a rumble of thunder.
Whoa.
Okay.
Eyes flash lightning.
Whoa.
Pause. So,
Uh-huh.
there's a lot of little people around here, myself included. You're
Yes, you are very tiny.
you are magnificent in your stature.
Why,
And-
thank you.
I believe that, and this is just spitballing here. Because you're so big and you're clearly powerful, your debauchery might put a lot of people in danger.
Perhaps we should go somewhere more secluded then.
Yeah, we could have a private party.
Excellent. Let's go this way. And she points towards, there's obviously a grove area.
Can we like outside the city maybe?
No, the party is here. Can't you feel it?
Oh yeah, I can
I
feel it.
can. Pick me up. Let me ride your shoulders. I have only let others do this to me.
Oh, Uppies is the best. I love Uppies.
She kind of reaches down and grabs your head and palms it and puts you up on her shoulders.
Ah, that was a strain. Now, have you considered a makeover?
I'm just gonna shake my head and be like, I had a good
She
thing
begins-
going here.
She begins walking towards the grove and she says, "Describe to me what you mean by makeover."
Oh God.
It is where women sit together and apply dyes to their faces and do things to their hair to make it look different and wear clothing.
Are
It
you
seems to
saying
be-
I do not look good?
No, that is not
Of course not.
At all.
You are magnificent.
what he's saying.
I mean that the females that I have seen enjoy changing the way they look for fun.
Like a sleepover.
It's like dress up, playing dress up.
Have you ever had a sleepover?
My sister and I used to do something similar. And when she says that, there's some disdain as she brings up her sister.
Do you not like
I
your
also
sister?
used to do that with my sister.
Let's not talk about her. To the grove! And she walks and heads to the grove. And as you get to the grove, you see there is a small sign, really small, that says Goodberry Grove.
Oh.
And as you pass that sign, all of you shrink in size.
Oh no.
Oh.
How small?
You are all the size of pixies. And as you shrink down to that size, you become aware that this grove is full of pixies. And your friend is the size of a halfling. And she says, "That's impressive."
Now we can party real.
We don't have to worry about
Who has
hurting
the
anybody.
alcohol?
Well, because pixies can fly, right?
We're just the size of pixies. We're not pixies.
But if this grove is full of pixies, actual pixies can fly. So is it a bunch of flying people or is it just a bunch of tiny people?
No, it's a bunch of actual pixies.
Okay, so they can fly. So technically we're not at risk of stepping.
Correct.
Cool.
And she's walking around and she's looking at this grove and she's like starting to pick things up. So she grabs like this mushroom on the ground and you realize that's like a pixie's house.
Oh no.
Oh,
And she
ma'am.
kind of lifts it up, looks at it and sets it back down. And you can see that it's like foundation is a little ruined.
Oh no.
Okay.
Lorelai's just gonna start casting mending.
Okay. You
Time
start
to get out
casting-
of this grove.
I have a question. So I don't
Okay.
know how the magic in this grove works.
Uh-huh.
If I cast Alter Self on myself,
Uh-huh.
it says that I can't be another creature of another size. So if I just tried to cast Alter Self to make me, say, look like myself again, would I be normal sized me or would I remain pixie sized me?
So you are currently tiny.
Mm-hmm.
And if you cast it while you're tiny, you can't change from tiny.
Okay. That's what I was curious about, if it
Right.
overrode whatever magic was already on me. Okay.
You do notice that the pixies are starting to get agitated by this large being not having shrunk down to the proper size in their eyes, and them actually being destructive and lifting things up. And you, Kaylin, above anybody else, know that pixies will not tolerate this and will exact drastic revenge if left unchecked.
Yeah, Kaylin is going to look at this halfling-sized child of a god and say, "Listen, you're causing damage, your partying is no fun, get out of the city." I would like to make an intimidation check.
All right.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Do we not learn lessons ever?
Nope,
You're like, not my friend.
10!
So she turns her back to you and huffs, and a thunderclap happens overhead.
Here we
Her
go.
eyes kind of glow with more lightning crackling behind her eyes as she moves through this little grove, just looking at things. She crushes like what obviously was a cook fire under her boot for these pixies as she moves through.
Oh.
Anybody
scream.
else like to try to do anything?
Yes.
Come here for just a moment. I'd like to talk with you. Gal to gal.
Okay.
You seemed a little bummed when we approached. And he's right. You are being a little destructive. But I also can understand that you are a larger being in a smaller person's world, and it can be difficult not to be destructive. Would you be willing to party with us? We have libations. We have fun music. Outside of the city, so we prevent any destruction in here. And we can have just as much fun, and you can still have the same feeling of that fun party. And I'll hold out my sensory stone and say, here, hold this for a second, and you'll feel it.
What is this little tiny rock?
Doesn't matter.
All right, so make me a persuasion check with advantage as they hold on to the rock.
Size doesn't matter. It's about how it makes you feel.
You said persuasion? Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to roll that twice.
That's what your mom told me, Corin.
Oh, I have advantage for some reason. Oh, you gave me advantage. That's what's funny.
What a day to send her the stream link, too.
If that's true, you'll pay for that, Justin, and you know it.
Oh boy.
Luckily, it's not true, but you good.
Oh my goodness.
All right, with the 23 persuasion, she says, you can tell she could feel that joy in the rock. She says, this is all I want. Just this.
Just the joy?
And she knows that it's magically enhanced, and you see a sense of sadness cross her face, that she knows that she does not have this at home, and so she says, she steps away from all the pixies and starts heading out of the grove, and starts walking away from this area of the town, and you have successfully achieved getting her to stop destroying Goodberry Grove.
Do you want to keep that? You can so right now it's storing that joy, that euphoric joy that you get throughout the party, but it'll stay in there forever, and you can kind of access that magic whenever you want. So you could keep it if you really need it. I can tell that you have something bothering you, and I don't know if you maybe told Vora what that was, but if that stone will help you, you can have it.
She kind of looks down at the tiny stone in her hand, and she says, not real, though.
No, but it might help.
I should feel this way, but all I feel is anger.
You are just like the woman in my poem, woman of pleasure and pain. I could recite it for you.
She's just listening.
I will give you the chorus. Oh, and by the way, this is a work in progress. So far, 2 years of progress. Hold on, here we go. This is the refrain, the repeating part, you understand? Oh, woman of pleasure and pain, dance through the flames. Let your passion reign. With the sunrise igniting and the sunset in sight, you're the force of a hero in the heart of the night.
She looks down at the rock and she says, but I'm not a hero.
You
Ah,
can't-
but you are. Everyone knows your name. And I clap her on the back.
My sister's the hero. She'll be a better god than I'll ever be.
You're gonna be who you are, and that's all you need to be.
Are you trying to be a god?
It is my fate.
And what type of god would you be? The god of what?
I don't know. And she
Well,
starts
let us
weeping,
let
and
us
she
pick
drops the
something.
rock to the ground.
Let's pick something for you to be the god of. That sounds like a fun assignment.
She says, I don't know. And she just starts walking.
Hey, wait. I'm gonna run up.
Where's she walking to? Through the party to mess
She's
something
walking
up?
just into the woods.
So she's
Out
leaving.
of the city. Yeah, I think we said we were leaving
Out of
the
out of
city.
the populated area. You're still within the gate town,
Okay.
Got it.
but you're out of the area. She's walking away from the music and all of that stuff.
I'm gonna follow and catch up to her.
Out of sheer curiosity, how much rope do you think I would need to wrap something around her wrist? How
mean-
big is an 18-foot tall person's wrist?
Right.
A
Right.
foot?
Yeah, probably
Like
2
2
feet.
feet.
2 feet
Yeah.
around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know what it can be. Would you be the goddess of the... Would you like to be pick the thing that is the hardest for us mortals? The hardest thing. When you are tired and you cannot go on, and yet you must. You could be the god of making something happen through pain and torture and suffering, and still you must go on. The god of impetus.
Perseverance?
Certainly. All of those things. Would you like to be that god?
I could use that kind of god.
Yes, so could everyone. Everyone would know your name.
There are followers like me who could really use that. You could be mine.
Do you think I'd be good at it?
I do.
Not until you try.
With my luck, I'll be like the god of the sea or something. I can't
Hey,
stand.
hey! Come
I can't stand fish.
No, I don't think that's what you'll be.
Ma'am?
I don't mean to offend. I just don't like fish.
I'm basically
Are-
a fish.
That's got that. You're so much more than a fish, Lorelai.
I'm like fish
Like-
adjacent.
It's like calling me an elephant. It's incredibly racist and demoralizing.
What do you got against fish?
Nothing, but
They taste bad.
Fish? Fish was my favorite meat. It was the only time we'd get it once a year when a sad little fish would come into our seaweed farm. And we'd get it. That'd be the only time we'd not eat seaweed.
So it's perspective.
See,
Lorelai's like very like deep in thought, thinking about this like seaweed farm that she had as a like that she lived on as a child, and the trench that it was in, and how few like life forms you would see down there, and just really reminiscing of this like kind of shitty fish that would like get lost and swim down into that seaweed farm. And she's just like a little offended by this person like insulting like fish in general. But it's not for everyone, I get it.
It's about
Jesus.
perspective.
See, I'd even be a bad god at that.
No, why do you say that? You haven't even tried. Bora's getting annoyed.
I'll probably get something really dumb and stupid and nasty, like I'll be the god of smelly farts or something.
What?
But
Smelly
what
farts are
been
hilarious.
your father does not raise up gods of smelly farts. Nothing from your father comes that is nothing but powerful.
Well, you have to say that because he gives you your powers.
I don't have to. I didn't always follow your father.
Oh.
I wasn't
I'm sorry.
born to follow your father. I chose.
Why? Why him?
Because I needed him.
And
what?
he helped.
Still is. Kind of remains to be seen, but I believe.
I want to help.
I want you to help.
Would having believers help you obtain your godhood? I don't know what it means to become a god. I am just a fish lady.
I don't know how that works. I've always just been told that someday you'll be a god, you know, like...
What if I believed in you? Because I do. So what if... I mean, I'm not like a super like religious person like Vora or Aesol is. Like Persona doesn't really require us to like worship them. We just kind of do a harvest every year. But so like they're not going to give a fuck if I believe in another god. So what if I believe in you?
You'll have to prove it. And as you say that, as you guys are walking, she steps into this clearing in the forest. And you see there's this, what looked to be a grave site for the town. And it's beautiful in that the gravestones are all grown roots out of the ground to form, you know, beautiful looking gravestones, or these rock formations that seamlessly blend directly into the soil. And it's beautiful. And in the center of it, there seems to be a pathway where there are several skeletons without heads standing there, and sitting at the end of the pathway on a rock is a bearded human wearing a tabard, holding one of the skulls and flipping it in his hand. And he sees you all approach. He looks at the Empyrean and says, maybe a true test. And as his eyes cross the rest of you, he also says, interesting. And that's where we're going to go to break.
Oh.
Crap.
All right, everybody, we're going to take 10 minutes and refill our drinks and use the restroom, and we will be back in a jiff.
Okay.
I love undead.
Hey everybody, we are back. We are Dicey Decisions and back with our Twist of Fate campaign. Our heroes have been escorting this child of a god through the gate town of Sylvania and trying to mitigate the damage that this large Empyrean is potentially doing to this environment as the Empyrean is working through some stuff and having a bit of a moment. You step into this clearing and you see this gentleman at the end of this roadway, standing with or sitting on a rock with several skeletons without heads standing around him, and he sees your party, sees the Empyrean and says, "Oh, an actual challenge," and then sees you all and says, "Oh, interesting." And he stands up, and on his tabard is a symbol. I'd like you to make religion checks, please.
Coming right up. Religion.
May I offer
Only
you a
an 8.
6?
How about an 8?
22.
11.
Okay, it looks like Vora is the only one who recognizes this symbol. And as you recognize this symbol and you see it, you look up at this face and you realize you are not looking at a cleric of a god. You are looking at the former god of death, Jurgle.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Guys. Hi. I don't know what to do.
What do you mean a challenge?
Well, this is a very special creature you travel with. I assume you
What,
are.
Lorelai?
Well,
You think
I
I'm
know.
special? In a good way?
Yeah.
Oh.
You are followers, I assume. And kind of looks over his shoulder at the headless skeletons there, and kind of you could tell he's equating you all with the skeletons as minions of this Empyrean.
I'm gonna point to Lorelai. Lorelai is a follower.
I'm a believer. Different.
Better.
So shall we play then? And he flips the skull in his hand.
What are the stakes? What are
looking
the
at-
rules?
Looking at the Empyrean and says, "It is simple. It is a simple game. We roll skulls, and we try to get them the closest to the mark, and you see there's a mark in the center."
Does the Empyrean know who he is?
The Empyrean doesn't seem to recognize them.
I'm gonna turn around and say, wait. I'm gonna lean over and whisper to Lorelai and say, he's like the god of death. Say no. We don't want to do
Great.
this.
I don't know that I have a choice. I think he's challenging her, not me. I think I'm just the sucker that is getting fucked over in this whole thing, as
who are
a
you,
believer
woman?
does. We're in the city. We should know his name, right? Like, is it the same effect as like the rest of the city? Would we know his name, his real name, if Jurgle is not his real name?
As you get close enough, you do get the name of Jurgle.
Which is just a name to us.
Right.
All right, Jurgle, what's in it for you?
Our souls?
I'm sorry, what?
Our souls?
Why
I
are you
don't know
offering
that.
things up?
You would join my
I'm
cadre
not.
here.
I'm trying.
Wait, when you say roll skulls, do you mean our skulls?
Did you not bring any?
I mean, the ones inside our head.
We'd like to keep those.
Our friend has one in the closet.
Gil.
And as you point over your shoulder, there is a floating skull right behind you, Lorelei.
Oh shit,
No,
I've got
no.
this weird one. Is it still being weird?
Do we get it back?
Mm-hmm.
Does it still have the rainbow eyes of possession?
Yes, it has the rainbow eyes.
I already forgot that dude's name. Mr. Seven, are you here?
There's no answer.
Fuck.
Deny was the name.
Oh, yeah.
So, me versus you, and he points at the Empyrean. Grab your skull. Stakes? If I win, I keep the souls of your minions.
Technically, they're not followers. It's just me.
If I lose, you have beaten a god. Won't Daddy be happy?
Oh, not cool.
Are you
You're
gonna
a
cheat?
god?
Do you not know who I am?
I'm all.
Why am I even bothering talking to your father? Are you interested or not, youngling? And you see her kind of stiffen and turn, and she looks directly at both Vora and Lorelei. And as she turns her back to this creature, you see her stern look becomes one of self-doubt as she looks at the two of you. What do I do?
You know, he's just trying to goad you. You don't need his validation.
But
But
he's right.
also-
If I beat a god, my
I said
father
this
will notice.
earlier. That I believe in you. And I believe even if you lose, you'll figure out a way to bring me back.
Okay, I believe in you too. But I can't totally believe in you because I have to believe in your dad too. So I believe in you both.
Yeah, it sounds like your dad's kind of monogamous. Persona don't give a fuck.
So, what would any of you like to do to help with this endeavor that's about to happen?
So, kind of while we were walking and talking and kind of giving her this pep talk, why I asked about the size of this person's wrist. Lorelei, as she's been walking and talking with what's her Kopoha? Kapoa? Okay. As we've been walking and talking with Kapoa, she's been taking out like bits of rope and kind of like weaving them in like a braid almost. A really fucking long braid considering how big this lady's wrist is. And she's going to kind of like nestle the sensory stone within the rope and kind of have you ever seen like one of those like wire twisted gems necklaces?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what she's trying to do with like this rope, is kind of make it like a cool design that like is intended to hold the sensory stone within the rope. And she'll kind of like lean over and kind of tug on Kapoa's hand and like kind of like ask for her wrist and tie the sensory stone to her wrist. And just be like, you know, just think about the joy that you can bring by not letting me die.
And will that provide any benefit?
Mental fortitude? No, it's honestly like the actual item itself does not. It just it would. It actually would let her break any charms or fears, but that would destroy the rock. So if it's charms or fears, she can use it to break that. It'll instantly end any of that, but it will destroy the rock. But otherwise, it just lets her feel that euphoric happiness.
Vora's gonna pull out the Fates card. That's her card.
Okay.
And
You see Jurgle smiles as you do that.
Hate that.
I was just looking at it.
No, he just smiles.
Because the Fates card grants a creature, the willing creature within 30 feet, a brief glimpse of the future, and they get advantage on attack, ability checks, and saving throws.
Bam!
And Kaylin will provide some theme music by tapping on the drum and give her bardic inspiration.
Excellent. What does the music sound like?
Um,
Panic at the Disco.
Reggaeton.
I was gonna say it's the opening to Ride of the Valkyries.
Nice.
Nice.
Perfect.
Just playing Sea of Thieves.
I will give her guidance. Saying that the Lady of Pain believes in her and that this is her destiny.
All right.
And then Asol would like to position himself towards where they are trying to get these skulls to land.
For what reason?
Wanting to be within 30 feet of where the skulls land in case Jurgle decides to cheat.
Interesting. Okay.
I don't think I have anything I can do. I'm not sure I understand what is happening. Is my life in danger?
Yeah, that's for you to decide.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you believe in the Titan?
No.
No, not
You'll be
really.
just fine.
I have a question about magic.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to cast a spell on, say, a god, do they know that that has happened?
It depends on the spell and whether it can be cast quietly and or all of those things.
One would assume.
Bless you.
Oh my god, excuse me. Jeez Louise.
And
I
you
think
would-
that's my body saying don't do it.
My body is rejecting my ideas.
It's expelling the demons.
You also would know that a god likely has legendary resistances, which means even if they fail the roll, they're going to say they made it,
That's fair. That's fair.
right? So,
Yeah, I didn't think about that. I was gonna say Hex does not specifically say that they know,
right.
but I do have it is a verbal component, so
Right.
I would
What
have
level
to say
is Hex?
something.
What level of spell? Oh, but you're casting it.
All
at
of my
6th or
spells are 4th level spells. So
Right.
whatever. Okay. Do you think a god can handle a 4th level spell?
I think a god
Yeah.
could fucking look at me and I would fall over. I
I
have
like he's
nothing.
the god of death or anything.
All right, so it's one toss, right?
We're giving him the Mimir, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, yeah.
No, that's good.
Ooh.
So I'm hearing toss with advantage, plus bardic inspiration, plus guidance.
Yes.
Yep.
I forgot we were giving them the Mimir. The Mimir is attuned to me and can talk to me.
Correct.
And it's sentient.
Correct.
I need to read one more thing.
It's not a creature, however, it is an object.
Fuck. Okay, never mind.
We looked
does
that up
very
before.
specifically say creature.
We have looked that up before.
I cannot message it.
All right.
All right. As I go to okay. I'm gonna hold on to the Mimir like it's like a regular little skull, and I'm just gonna shake it real close to my face and be like, "Get as close to the thing as possible." And then I'll give the skull over. So the Mimir has heard that I wanted to get as close to the objective as possible.
All right, so why don't we go ahead and... Well, let me roll the d20 first for the roll.
I can't wait to die.
I rolled a 6.
Advantage.
You're right. A 17. Much better.
Yep.
What? Go ahead and add your bonuses if you provided one. I'll let you guys roll.
Guidance gives a 1.
Excellent.
Bardic Inspiration gives a 7.
So we go to 825.
Before modifiers.
Right. Which is a 35 with a plus 10 from the Empyrean. So we are at a 35. Which blows away the DC set by Jurgle.
Right.
and Jurgle smiles and looks at the Empyrean and says, "Seems you have bested death."
Once again, yes, we did it.
I'm gonna go see.
Lorelai just gets on her knees. Thank you, Poha. I'm a believer.
Right.
Jurgle leans forward and says to the Empyrean, "You should take their heads off. They make less noise that way." Referring to all of you.
No,
So
no.
cute.
Not cool.
And you see that for the first time you see a genuine smile that isn't tainted by any disappointment or self-loathing as Kapoa looks back to you all and says, "I can do this."
You can.
You
And
did.
I am going to use prestidigitation to just make like little tiny fireworks around me.
She starts headed back towards the town, and you notice that when she gets to the town, she's being far more aware of her surroundings, both physically and carefully, but also enjoying the revelry of the townsfolk in a way that she wasn't experiencing before. She says, "I don't know what my fate has in store, but I know I owe today to you all."
I did what I could.
Write her down. Deity list.
If you do become the god of nasty farts, can I request not to have them anymore?
Oh my gosh.
I knew I was smelling that out of your room.
And she says, "Well, I don't know even if gods can control that. I think it has more to do with the roughage you eat."
I do eat a lot of vegetables.
This is true.
She reaches under her tunic and pulls out a necklace and hands it to you.
It's a really big necklace.
She's holding it to Vora.
What is this?
Just a simple thank you. And you see that the pendant on the necklace looks to be her face with eyes that are slightly crackling with lightning.
Thank you.
It is makeover time. I knew it.
I
Not
have
even gonna
one more
look.
favor before you do depart from us.
What would you ask of me?
We have a ragtag group of Goliaths that I think could use a masterclass from you.
In what way?
Well, you'll be happy to hear this. The destructive way.
They're in need of some training?
Just a little.
I suppose I could stick around for that.
That'd be great.
I have another question as a new believer.
She smiles and looks at you.
How do you want to be worshipped or like thought of? Again, not super religious. Persona just wants a harvest once a year. It's mostly seaweed, and I don't think that's like up your alley since you hate fish and all that.
And she looks and she thinks, and you could tell that she's remembering back. She says, I believe how you choose to worship is your choice, not mine.
Oh. Okay. And if I ever want to talk to you, I think that's like part of your duties, right?
I suppose you can reach out, and if I hear you, I will answer.
Hell yeah. I mean, also, if you want like a direct connect, I have this rock. I carry around a lot of rocks.
You're gonna cheat the code.
She's our rock star,
Throw his ascending stone to their god.
right?
You will hear me.
I know you can hear me.
Pick up the phone.
I think she would look at you and smile, and she'd say, let's try to do it the old-fashioned way first.
Hell yeah. Okay. Well, I meant what I said. You can keep that sensory stone. I tried to fashion it into the best bracelet I could.
I
But-
will,
Yeah, if you're
When-
ever feeling sad.
when I need it, I will think of you all.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. I feel better.
I'll tell your dad what you did today.
I'm hopeful he will be proud.
I know he will be.
And at this moment, a young elf, looks to be probably about 25 or 30 for an elf, which is very young, comes running up, and he's got the rainbow eyes going on. Says, so I think we're good. Shall we go to the portal?
Yes,
Um,
and don't forget my water tour.
What drugs is he on?
Is who on?
Oh, they don't really do drugs here, unfortunately. It's just alcohol.
It's all
Look at
nat-
his eyes. You cannot tell me he is not on drugs.
It's all natural.
He's possessed by a good thing.
Rainbows.
Oh. Okay.
They're like oh man, were you with us last when we went to Trade Gate? You were there, right? No? Oh. Well, they're like the city council, but less shit.
Oh. Fair.
The kid laughs and says, "Come on!" and starts running.
Hell yeah. I'd run after the kid.
So you make your way through another section of town, seeing more revelry going on. It's starting to wind down as you can tell that the night is ending and it's almost dawn. And as dawn breaks, you find a clearing in a wooded area where there is a stone water well that is glowing. The surface of the water at the top of the well is glowing. I don't know how long it's going to be here, but here it is.
All right. Is the Mimir like doing its
Yeah,
little
and
jig?
the Mimir's eyes flicker and then go solid, and then it starts reciting information about this. I need perception checks from everybody.
I was about to say, at this point, a soul would actively be looking for any of the cards.
21.
This.
5.
22.
Natural
Lorelai's
20,
fucking
27.
blind.
So, Vora and Asol and Kalen
That is all.
all see sticking out of the coat pocket on this elf is one of those cards.
Hey.
You have something of mine.
I do?
And I'm just gonna reach forward and take the card.
Okay. You pull the card out of. He says, "That is not mine. It's his."
No, it's ours.
Referring to himself,
Right.
right?
But do you have access to this person's memories? While you're
No, they're gone somewhere else. I don't know where they go when I'm here.
interesting. That means this kid met Rome. Could you jump into me so that they can ask them about something we're looking for?
Sure, and sure enough, boom! You are gone. Kalen is no longer there for this moment. Kalen is in a null space, and Kalen's eyes are doing the rainbow thing, and the kid just kind of snaps out and goes, "Oh, who are you?"
We were going to ask you the same thing.
Well,
We know him. We know his name.
You know his name, and he knows
Actually-
yours.
More importantly, you got one of these, and I pull out my card. But I'm showing him the back of it.
Oh yeah, and he reaches for his pocket. Where'd it go?
It's right here. But where did you get it?
Oh, this cute little robot gave it to me.
Where did he go?
I don't know where he went. He just gave this to me and said, "Keep it, but make sure you don't hide it anywhere." So I stuck it in my pocket.
Can I trade you for it?
Well, I don't have it. He's got it.
Oh, can we keep it?
I guess.
I will give you mine to make you happy. And leave us alone. You may walk away. I hand him my sun card.
Fucked up.
That's what I was gonna do.
So you give him the sun card, all right? And he goes, "Thanks. I'm gonna go find my friends."
Please.
Leave.
He leaves.
Okay. I knock on Kalen's little head. You may send Kalen back to us.
He doesn't have a body to go into?
Oh, he just goes into a plant?
Oh. Can the plant talk?
Yep.
That's
fucking
so
weird.
weird. Are you sure there's no drugs here?
Huh.
There are no drugs here.
Do you spy on people?
What do you mean by spy?
Do you go places you're not supposed to?
This is our domain. We can be wherever we wish.
I don't want to live here anymore.
I'm a little concerned about the length this portal will be here. Lorelai, you said you wanted to go through here?
Yes, it goes to Arborea.
Well, it seems like it might be now or never.
Okay. And Lorelai just sprints over to the well.
Oh, wait, are we going?
I want to show you guys my home.
Very well, I'll follow her in.
Okay.
Wait, how
It's a
do I? Oh,
party.
is it
We're all
open?
partying.
Oh yeah,
Do I
that's a
just-
good question.
Yeah, the portal is glowing.
Okay, cool. Are you coming, Kaylin?
Absolutely.
All right, and Lorelai's gonna jump into the well.
So you jump in the water.
Yeah,
Then what? You're all jumping?
I jump.
I will make sure to go last.
Okay.
Well, I'm waiting to see if anything happens when they get water.
You see her go under the water and it looks like she's swimming.
Yeah, I'll get in.
Okay.
Take a big breath, fill up my cheeks.
Is everybody going?
I'm going.
So you all one by one dive into the water. And that's where we'll pick up next session.
Oh, damn it! You know what's really fun? Is we're going into a realm that just holds where I'm from. Doesn't necessarily mean it's where I'm from.
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
Super fun. I can't wait to show up in fucking the wrong side of town.
You're like, wait, I thought I'm turned around.
This is a whole plane that we're jumping into, right?
Mhm.
So we could be hundreds,
Anywhere.
thousands of miles away from your home.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'm sure it won't come up.
Well, we're all in a party frame of mind. Why wouldn't we jump in?
Did you look at the card?
Not yet.
The new card. Okay, we'll save that for next time then. All right then. We will see what happens in the home plane of our illustrious warlock on our next session.
Well,
All right.
semi.
Nice.
Yes. Well, depends on where you come out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it's not her home plane. It's just her current plane of living.
Wait a minute. I thought you were from there.
It's technically where I live. Where she was born is a different place.
Ah. Okay.
And like the party would kind of get that because she's talked about like living underwater.
Right. Right. All right. We will see next time. We're Dicey Decisions. Thanks for joining us, and we will catch you next week.
Night, everybody.
Hi.